The Chicago Bears are hiring their fourth head coach in 12 years. Things haven't worked out for the Bears coaches since they moved on from Lovie Smith after a 10-win season. But in those 12 years since that firing, the Bears have only had one season with more than 8 wins. But are those coaches to blame for their failure? After a complete failure under Phil Emery and Mark Trestman, Bears start over again by hiring first-year GM Ryan Pace and the experienced head coach in John Fox. Fox, coming off a successful run as the Broncos coach that went to the Super Bowl, would have 3 losing seasons in a row before being fired by the Bears. This is where Matt Nagy is hired and tasked with turning Mitch Trubisky into Patrick Mahomes. But it's the drafting of GM Ryan Pace that sets this franchise backwards for years. In the 7 years that Ryan Pace was the GM, this is what he did in the first round of the NFL Draft. 2015, Kevin White, bust. 2016, Leonard Floyd, project. 2017, Mitch Trubisky, over Mahomes. 2018, Roquan Smith, solid player. 2019, no first-round pick, traded for Khalil Mack. 2020, no first-round pick again, also traded for Khalil Mack. 2021, he traded up for Justin Fields. So Ryan Pace was fired, but the new GM Ryan Poles was without a first-round pick in 2022. Thank you, Ryan Pace. Ryan Poles would go on to draft Darnell Wright and trade for DJ Moore with 2 first-round picks in 2023. He then drafted Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze with a pair of picks in 2024. So as you can see, drafting Mitch Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes would drastically change the future for Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace and would eventually lead to their firing. Because not only did we have 3 seasons without a first-round draft pick, but we had to use 4 first-round draft picks on quarterbacks since. Bears quarterbacks have led the league in getting sacked the past 5 seasons, yet none of the Bears picks were used on an offensive lineman until Ryan Poles did in 2023. Most can agree Bears have finally drafted a real quarterback, yet Caleb Williams was the most sacked QB in the NFL this season, being sacked 68 times. So here we are faced with the decision on a new head coach yet again, and I think we owe Matt Nagy and John Fox an apology. And I know I've been critical of Ryan Poles this season, but if there's one thing that he's done right, it's finding home runs with his first-round draft picks. Ryan Poles has had to back up a front-wheel drive sedan out of a field with 1 foot of snow from how the previous general manager has handled this roster. There's some obvious names out there for the next head coach of the Bears. Pick one, but choose wisely. Just don't forget about the offensive line. If we do that, Bears might be able to become a competitive football team once again.